Hello everyone, welcome to Back Me channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. False business trip of Lucy Sasha's startling finding Martin's takeover of ELQ. Elizabeth Baldwin and Hamilton Finn were caught up, according to General Hospital, in the locker room. Violet was told she couldn't play matchmaker by Finn, who reassured Liz of this, but he couldn't guarantee she wouldn't try again. Finn agreed to Elizabeth's suggestion that they organize a family night for the kids in the hopes that it would divert Violet from her efforts to get them back together. Because after all, that's what we desire. On Thursday's episode, Liz asked, even though it was clear that neither of them had. Terry Randolph interfered, so Finn turned around and departed to bring Violet to the Metro Court. Terry took advantage of the opportunity to question Liz about the entire date scenario and pressure her to be up with Finn about her thoughts. At the nail shop, Alexis Davis, Christina Corinthos Davis, and Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, were all worried about Molly Lansing Davis' desire for a wild night out, but they all had plans to support her. Molly Lansing Davis is now played by Holiday Mia Kriegel. Alexis questioned whether there was good news to celebrate as Molly entered the room with a champagne bottle. Molly didn't want to discuss her doctor's appointment, but Christina believed she would feel better if she told her family. As a result of her eggs not being viable, Molly abruptly declared that she would never be able to have a biological kid. When Molly hurried outside, Christina felt bad, but Molly came back after getting some fresh air and apologized for storming out. Molly remarked that there was no use in skirting the matter at this time after Christina apologized for pressing. Sam mentioned that surrogacy and adoption were possibilities, but Molly was afraid that if she tried to create a plan right now, she might shatter. If that occurred, Alexis gave Molly a big hug and vowed to put her back together. TJ Ashford, Taj Bello, and Molly had discussed starting a kid, but tonight Molly just wanted to go out dancing and enjoy herself. TJ revealed Molly's infertility to Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, and Marshall Ashford, Robert Gossett, at the Savoy. Curtis advised TJ to be patient with Molly, suggesting that she might just need some time to comprehend everything. TJ was anxious about Molly separating herself from him, and that she might have changed her mind about having children. If TJ and Molly couldn't agree on anything, Curtis pondered what that might signify for their relationship. To put an end to Lucy Coe and Maxie Jones' argument, Brooke Lynn Quartermain eventually admitted to the unlawful download at Deception. Brooke Lynn stated that she was unaware of the significance of the situation and that her only goal in learning about the product was to establish herself as a valuable asset. As Brooke Lynn persisted in lying, she declared that she intended to launch a social media campaign using the data. After ranting about how their cash cow would be lost if their trade secrets fell into the wrong hands, Lucy wanted the private information back. The flash drive was at home, according to Brooke Lynn, who then sped off to retrieve it. Later, after piecing together a bank statement, Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, told Lucy about the consistent $50,000 deposits Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, had been getting from a bank in Pine Valley, Pennsylvania. Lucy pushed Felicia to continue researching into this, despite the fact that doing so would end their relationship. Tracy Quartermain wanted Martin to run ELQ beside the Metro Court pool because Valentin Cassadine was away adventuring, and Ned Quartermain was only concerned in his rock star persona at the time. Martin eventually agreed to the plan and accepted Tracy's offer to be her distinguished guest at the annual GH benefit picnic the following week. Tracy informed Martin that if their romance hadn't fizzled out by then, he could bring Lucy. Just before Finn arrived with Violet, who wanted a Shirley Temple from the local bar, Brooke Lynn overheard Tracy and Martin conversing. When Violet had her drink, Brooke Lynn also had a private conversation with Martin and warned him to be vigilant since Tracy might be opportunistic. When she was back with Tracy, she ran into Finn and persuaded him to get over his affections for Elizabeth. After losing her mother, Tracy questioned whether Finn truly wanted to put Violet at risk of losing her aunt as well. Finn responded that he will check his calendar when Violet inquired whether they might see Aunt Elizabeth soon after finishing her Shirley Temple. Lucy wasn't certain she could make it back in time after Martin called and provided her with updates on an out-of-state business trip for deception when Martin questioned what was going on. Regarding Brooklyn, she informed Tracy of the most recent office squabbles and asked that she return the flash drive because Lucy had demanded it. Tracy handed Sasha Gilmore the flash drive while she was surreptitiously observing the exchange. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Sasha may cause difficulties by asking questions. Lucy and Felicia are traveling to Pine Valley General Hospital. In the General Hospital recap, Lucy demonstrates her determination to uncover Marty's mystery. Featured hospitals in general. Felicia revealed to Lucy what she had discovered in Marty's hotel room, while Marty was receiving a generous job offer in this episode. Brooklyn also made an attempt to recover the flash disk from Tracy. Before Terry refused to mind her own business, Liz and Finn enjoyed a few unpleasant moments. Finally, Sam, Alexis, and Christina were made aware of Molly's situation. Let's now delve a little more deeply into the specifics. Pine Valley General Hospital bound. Brooklyn, Amanda Seton, who had been listening to Lucy and Maxie dispute over who had downloaded the deceptor file, finally snapped and acknowledged her guilt. She added that in order to do her work better and develop a social media campaign for the deceptor, she was attempting to learn the industry better. Lucy was still enraged and concerned that the information might be obtained by rivals. Brooklyn was defended by Maxie, but Lucy was still upset, especially after ELQ admitted to taking the data-containing flash drive home. Later, Maxie was taken aback when Felicia interrupted their dispute, but she was only there to see Lucy, so Maxie departed and Felicia, Christina Wagner, told what she had discovered in Marty's Michael E. Knight trash. Regarding Pennsylvanian bank deposits, Lucy was perplexed and questioned whether Marty was acting unlawfully. Lucy was forewarned by Felicia that she might want to abandon the entire research. Felicia suggested that they go to Pine Valley to learn more when Lucy declined. Martin sat and listened to Tracy as she explained a business dilemma to him. Given that Valentin was gone and Nettie was being Nettie, she needed someone to fill in at ELQ. Martin accepted the offer even though he didn't feel qualified. Tracy even persuaded him to accept her invitation to the Quatermain GA fundraiser. When Marty had left, Brooklyn showed in and informed Granny Tracy that there was an issue with the deception file. Tracy was eventually persuaded to return the flash drive by ELQ, and Sasha saw the entire exchange. GTT and Molly consult their families. The Davis sisters got together at the Soul Nail Salon in Port Charles, where Molly showed up carrying alcohol. Alexis mistakenly believed that they had cause for celebration. She shifted the conversation to Scout and how she was adjusting to Drew being sent to prison. Molly was approached by Christina, Kate Monsey, who could see that something was seriously wrong with her. In the end, Molly told her mother and sisters that she could not have a child with her eggs because she was simply unhappy over having to talk about it all. After Molly had a moment to collect herself, Alexis, Christina, and Sam, Kelly Monaco, offered to help. Molly was unable to even consider Sam's suggestion to look into surrogacy or adoption at the time. To speak with Curtis, Donald Turner, and Marshall, TJ dropped into the Savoy. He explained to them what had happened with his and Molly's efforts to become parents. Marshall and Curtis understood TJ's concern that Molly would avoid him. Curtis advised TJ to be patient, saying that Molly simply needed some time to comprehend everything. Moments of mediocrity between Finn and Liz. In the on-call room, Elizabeth, Rebecca Herbst, and Finn, Michael Easton, had several unpleasant exchanges during which Finn claimed to have told his daughter that she can't keep acting as a matchmaker. Therefore, they would no longer have any more special dinners together. Elizabeth then recommended that they meet up once more, but this time include the kids. When Terry entered and Liz's BFF pushed her to discuss the date Violet had set up, Finn fled. Terry disputed Liz's claim that she and Finn were better off as friends. Liz likewise believed she had broken up with Finn months prior, but Terry persuaded her to give it another shot. As for Finn, Tracy had a conversation with him regarding his connection with Liz when he showed up to the Metro court pool with Violet. She pondered whether they might get along better as friends, but she was aware that Finn still had emotions for her.